All stand and remain standing until the conclusion of the reading of the proclamation. Ladies and gentlemen, the proclamation. All persons having any business before this honorable court now draw nigh. Give your attendance, and you shall be heard.
Admission of lawyers. Mary Adoch Ajoch.
May it please the court, I move that Mary Adoch be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Mary Adoch be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Hind Mohammed Al Moyil.
May it please the court, I move that Hind Mohammed Al Moyil be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Hind Mohammed Al Moyil be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Emily Rose Anderson.
May it please the court, I move that my daughter Emily Rose Anderson be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Emily Rose Anderson be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Campbell Bain Ball.
May it please the court, I move that Campbell Bain Ball be admitted as a lawyer to the honourable court.
Let Campbell Bain Ball be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Tanya Therese Beckett.
May it please the court, I move that Tanya Therese Beckett be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Tanya Therese Beckett be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Alexandra Fyodorovna Belonogov.
May it please the court, I move that Alexandra Fyodorovna Belonogov be admitted as a lawyer to this honourable court.
Let Alexandra Fyodorovna Belonogov be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Claudia Bell Belinsky.
May it please the court, I move Claudia Bell Belinsky to be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Claudia Bell Belinsky be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Joshua Neil Bollard.
May it please the court, I move that Joshua Neil Bollard be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Joshua Neil Bollard be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Grace Cataldo.
May it please the court, I move that Grace Cataldo be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Grace Cataldo be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Isabel Claire Clough.
May it please the court, I move that Isabel Claire Clough be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Isabel Claire Clough be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Sarah Delia Kluka.
May it please the court, I move that Sarah Delia Kluka be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Sarah Delia Kluka be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Olivia Jade Coram.
May it please the court, I move that Olivia J. Coram be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Olivia Jade Coram be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Emma Jane Crichton.
May it please the court, I move that Emma Jane Crichton be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Emma Jane Crichton be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Rania Shivani Das.
May it please the court, I move that Rania Shivani Das be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Rania Shivani Das be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Samuel Reese Debney.
May it please the court, I move that Samuel Reese Debney be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Samuel Reese Debney be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Yu Zhang.
May it please the court, I move that Yui Deng be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Yu Deng be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Boston Jai Edwards.
May it please the court, I move that Boston Lai Edwards be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Boston Jai Edwards be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Renee Louise Emson.
May it please the court, I move that Renee Louise Emson be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Renee Louise Emson be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jonathan Wynne Evans.
May it please the court, I move that Jonathan Wynne Evans be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jonathan Wynne Evans be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Lily Na Galustian.
May it please the court, I move that Lily Na Galustian be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Lily Na Galustian be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Tamana Gambier.
May it please the court, I move that Tamana Gambier be admitted as a solicitor of this honourable court.
Let Tamana Gambier be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Alana Kate Hawkes.
May it please the court, I move that Alana Kate Hawkes be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Alana Kate Hawkes be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Andrina Grace Heaney.
May it please the court, I move that Andrina Grace Heagney be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Andrina Grace Higney be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Lee Jung Hung.
May it please the court, I move that Lee Jung Hong be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Lee Jung Hong be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jian Hua Wang.
May it please the court, I move that Jian Hua Huang be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Juan Hua Huang be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Andrew Hewen.
May it please the court, I move that Andrew Hyun be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Andrew Hyun be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Kenneth Ian Jones.
May it please the court, I move that Kenneth Ian Jones be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Kenneth Ian Jones be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Simran Kaur.
May it please the court, I move that Simran Kaur be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Simran Kaur be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Shakira Sarah Louise Kavanagh.
May it please the court, I move that Shakira Sarah Louise Kavanagh be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Shakira Sarah Louise Kavanagh be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Lucia Kim.
May it please the court, I move that Lucia Kim be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Lucia Kim be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Shrashta Vani Colley.
May it please the court, I move that Sharasta Vani Kohli be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Sharashta Vani Kohli be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Mariana Koth Sharp.
May it please the court, I move that Mariana Koth Sharp be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Mariana Koth Sharp be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Laura Margarita Langford.
May it please the court, I move that Laura Margarita Langford be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Laura Margarita Langford be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Holly Page Leighton.
May it please the court that I move that Holly Page Leighton be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Holly Page Leighton be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Charmaine Yun-Ki Liu.
May it please the court, I move that Charmaine Yun-Ki Liu be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Charmaine Yun-Ki Liu be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Roy Malouf.
May it please the court, I move that my eldest brother, Roy Malouf, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Roy Malouf be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ria Mandry.
May it please the court, I move that Ria Mandry be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Ria Mandry be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Yana Emily Massingham.
May it please the court, I move that Yana Emily Massingham be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Yana Emily Massingham be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Alexandra Josephine Matusko.
May it please the court, I move that Alexandra Josephine Matusko be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Alexandra Josephine Matusko be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jeremy James Maybloom.
May it please the court, I move that Jeremy James Maybloom be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jeremy James Maybloom be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Emily Claire McEwen.
May it please the court, I move that Emily Claire McEwen be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Emily Claire McEwen be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Garth Matthew Morrison.
May it please the court, I move that Garth Matthew Morrison be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Garth Matthew Morrison be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Claire Eileen Nichols.
May it please the court, I move that Claire Eileen Nichols be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Claire Eileen Nichols be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Daniel Nyako.
May it please the court, I move that Daniel Narko be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Daniel Nyako be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ki Yong Rock Paik.
May it please the court, I move that Keong Rock Paik be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Keong Rock Paik be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jordan George Victor Pandelli.
May it please the court, I move that Jordan George Victor Pandelli be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jordan George Victor Pandelli be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Christy Aguirre Panaras.
May it please the court, I move that Christy Aguirre Panaras be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Christy Aguirre Panaras be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Zoe Eliza Pliatskis.
May it please the court, I move that my daughter, Zoe Eliza Pliatskis, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Zoe Eliza Pliastikis be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Smeety Prasad.
May it please the court, I move that Smeety Prasad be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Smiti Prasad be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Debashis Raha.
May it please the court, I move that Bashis Raha be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Debashis Raha be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Nazim Rahman.
May it please the court, I move that my son, Nazim Rahman, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable
That
court.
Nazim Rahman be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jacob Roussos.
May it please the court, I move that Jacob Roussos be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Jacob Roussos be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Zhang Yu Juan Shi.
May it please the court, I move that Jing Jun Shi be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Zheng Juan Shi be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Kai Aluk Diaz Suarez.
May it please the court, I move that Kai Olaf Diaz Suarez be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Kai Olok Diaz Suarez be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Alexandra Celeste Hill Tokoli.
May it please the court, I move that Alexandra Celeste Hill Tokoli be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Alexandra Celeste Hill Tokoli be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ashley Evelyn Trezise.
May it please the court, I move that Ashley Evelyn Trezise be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Ashley Evelyn Trezise be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Nancy Antonio Saamis.
May it please the court, I move that Nancy Antonia Siamis be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Nancy Antonia Chiamis be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Yehuda Levi Hiam Forshima.
May it please the court, I move that Yehuda Levi Hiam Voshima be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Yehuda Levi Chaim Forchima be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Yizhu Wang.
May it please the court, I move that Yizu Wang be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Yuzu Huang be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Skip Mariah Bobsian Wilcox.
May it please the court, I move that Skip Mariah Bobsian Wilcox be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Skip Mariah Bobsian Wilcox be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Genevieve Grace Wiltshire.
May it please the court, I move that Genevieve Grace Wiltshire be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Genevieve Grace Wiltshire be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jackie Bo Chu Wong.
May it please the court, I move that Jackie Bo-Chu Wong be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jackie Bo-Chu Wong be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Isaac Peter Yasser.
May it please the court, I move that my son, Isaac Peter Yasser, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Isaac Peter Yasser be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Lucille Rita Yeomans.
May it please the court, I move that Lucille Rita Yeomans be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Lucille Rita Yeomans be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Anthea Shi Hui Young.
May it please the court, I move that Anthea Shi Hui Yong be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Anthea Shiwei Yong be admitted as a lawyer of this court. It will now be necessary for those whose admission has just been moved to stand when and as directed for the purposes of swearing an oath or making a declaration and affirmation. So please stand as directed by our officiating officer.
If the first two rows on my right here could please stand. Mary Adot Ajok. Hind Mohammed Amoyil. Emily Rose Anderson. Campbell Bain Ball. Tanya Therese Beckett. Alexandra Fyodorovna Belanogov. Claudia Bell Belinsky. Joshua Neil Bollard. Grace Cataldo. Isabel Claire Clough. Sarah Delia Kluka. Olivia Jade Coram. Emily Jane Crichton. Rania Shivani Das. Samuel Reese Debney. Yu Dang. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourself in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of the state according to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"? Thank you. You may take a seat. If the back two rows on my right could please stand. Boston Jai Edwards, Renee Louise Emson, Jonathan Wynne Evans, Lily Na Galustian, Tamana Gamir, Alana Kate Hawkes, Andrea Andrina Grace Heaney, Lee Jung Hung, Jian Hua Huang, Andrew Ewan, Kenneth Ian Jones, Simran Kaur, Shakira Sarah Louise Kavanagh, Lucia Kim, Srashta Vani Colley, Mariana Koth Sharp, Laura Margarita Langford, Holly Paige Fleeton, Charmaine Yun Ki Lu, Roy Malouf, Ria Mandry. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourself in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state, according to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"? Thank you. You can take a seat. If the row in front of me could please stand. Yana Emily Massingham, Alexandra Josephine Matusco, Jeremy James Maybloom, Emily Claire McEwen, Garth Matthew Morrison, Claire Eileen Nichols, Daniel Narco, Kiyong Rock Paik, Jordan George Victor Pendelli, Christy Agur Paneris, Zoe Eliza Pliatskis, Smeety Prasad, Debashis Raha, Nazim Rahman, Jacob Roussos. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourself in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state, according to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"? I do. Thank you. You may take a seat. And the two rows on my left, if you could please stand. Zheng Yu Juan Shi, Kai Uluk Diaz Suarez, Alexandra Celeste Hill Tocoli, Ashley Evelyn Trezais, Nancy Antonio Tsiamas, Yehuda Levi Hiam Forshima, Iju Wang, Skip Mariah Bobsian Wilcox, Genevieve Grace Wiltshire, Jackie Bochu Wong, Isaac Peter Yassa, Lucille Rita Yeomans, Anthea Shi Hui Young. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourself in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state, according to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"? Thank you. You can take a seat.
Well, may I warmly welcome you all to this, the Banco Court, the ceremonial court of the Supreme Court of New South Wales. Sitting with me on the bench this morning, to my right, is Justice Stern, a judge of the Court of Appeal, and, excuse me, to my left, Justice Hamill, a senior judge of the Common Law Division of the court. Together, we constitute the court that has, in the exercise of its jurisdiction, admitted you to practice this morning. And we have done so in a court which rests on the land for which the Gadigal of the Eora Nation have cared and been custodians for thousands of years, and the court pays its sincere respects to elders past and present and extends those respects to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. Well, to all of the newly admitted lawyers, welcome to the legal profession. Today is one for real celebration. We up here on the bench know how hard you've all worked to reach this important milestone in your careers. I also welcome your friends and family, whose support will have been invaluable on your journey thus far. For many of them, the endurance of your finely polished or developing skills of argument and persuasion may now be at an end, or maybe not. But whatever be the case, I'm sure that they are all immensely proud of you, and I encourage you to take the time to thank them for their support. Depending on how good an advocate you are, you might even convince them to shout you a long and civilised lunch after this ceremony. This court, the Supreme Court of New South Wales, is an old court, which last year celebrated its bicentenary. This makes it, you may be surprised to learn, one of the oldest continuing common law courts in the world. But the custom that has just been followed, namely swearing an oath or making an affirmation on admission to practice, in fact dates back to the 12th century. This is not just a quaint tradition, it is a public undertaking by each of you in the presence of your friends, family, peers, and senior judges of the court to truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales and faithfully to serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state. The law touches every part of our society, and it can and will lead you all in many different directions and career paths. But in whatever direction you head, you must always remember that the oath or affirmation you have just made is a serious one and deserves solemn regard. So that whether you go on to work in private practice, at the bar, in a community legal centre, a Crown Law Office, the Aboriginal Legal Service for legal aid, or a government department or agency, or indeed in an entirely different field, you should always be known for your honesty, your integrity, and your commitment to justice, and you must strive at all times to uphold these cardinal values. Admission to this court, and as a lawyer of this court, is a privilege and not a right, and it is contingent upon continuing adherence to your oath or affirmation. Now, you will see from portraits of former Chief Justices which hang on the walls of this court that we are wearing the same robes, in some cases literally, as have been worn by our predecessors. You may be wondering why, after 200 years, we still wear these robes on ceremonial occasions such as this. I can tell you it's not because they're particularly comfortable, which they are not. Still less are they a striking fashion statement. But we do continue to wear them on ceremonial occasions for important symbolic reasons. Symbolically, they serve to highlight the continuity of the rule of law in New South Wales, although importantly, the judges wearing the robes are now drawn from an increasingly diverse pool. Some 43% of all judicial officers in New South Wales are now female. Women make up more than 2/3 of solicitors under the age of 35. And the presidents of the New South Wales Bar Association and the Law Society are both distinguished female practitioners. The composition of the profession is radically different from the time when we all commenced practice, and it has been a salutary change. Our robes also symbolically serve to differentiate the judiciary from the other arms of government, the legislature and the executive. We are seeing on a daily basis from events abroad how important the separation of powers is and how important courts are in supervising the lawful exercise of state power. We are fortunate to live in a country where our Commonwealth, state and local governments respect the rulings of the courts, even if those rulings are politically inconvenient, embarrassing or even critical of executive government from time to time. As to the importance of the continuity of the rule of law, which I've mentioned, I make the observation that in a world in which there is much global uncertainty, insecurity, and challenges to what we have come to accept as conventional norms, the rule of law is more important than ever, and not simply an academic construct or a phrase of some mere theoretical import. At its simplest, the rule of law is the opposite of the arbitrary abuse of power and the rule of autocratic dictators and populists. In a speech delivered in 2018, Lord Hodge of the Supreme Court of the United Kingdom aptly described the rule of law as, and I quote, a bastion against those who would use chaos as a ladder, unquote. I only learnt recently that this statement reveals his lordship as a Game of Thrones devotee in any event. Notwithstanding the formality and tradition attending this ceremony, the life of the law is dynamic. Not everything in the legal profession remains unchanging. The pandemic prompted a radical shift in the use of technology in our courtrooms, and the advent of Gen AI brings with it both opportunities and challenges, including within the legal profession and the work of the courts. Lawyers must, however, remain critical and independent thinkers. While the increased use of technology offers a number of advantages, It has always been my view and remains my firm view that the practice of the law has human nature and human interaction at its core. An essential part of being a good lawyer is understanding people, what motivates them, how others react to different situations, perform under pressure, and deal with each other. This is seen in our courts every day, including in the criminal law, with domestic violence, with family law, with wills and probate, and much commercial law. An individual who is in need of your services as a lawyer will, in many cases, be an individual facing some kind of great personal challenge or crisis affecting his or her liberty, property, personal well-being, family, status, or health or financial position. There is therefore a need to deliver legal services not only competently, but always with courtesy, integrity, and sensitivity to the circumstances of the matter. That requires a human being with emotional and not artificial intelligence. The need for human engagement by lawyers with those needing legal assistance is also a powerful reason why there should be, in my view, strong representation of lawyers from the many different backgrounds which comprise our cosmopolitan community, and that very much includes Indigenous lawyers, of whom there are not enough. Diversity is a concept that is subject to attack in some quarters around the globe, but diverse representation amongst solicitors, barristers, and judges assists in ensuring that all people who become involved in our justice system can, and feel that they can, be properly heard and fairly engaged with by a system reflective of our broader community and a judiciary educated in and sensitive to the many different cultural strands which contribute to the rich fabric of our society in New South Wales. The admission ceremonies on which I have sat since becoming a judge, including this ceremony, highlight that there is a far greater diversity of background amongst junior lawyers than when I commenced practice. That is a very good thing, and leaders of the profession and of the courts work hard to foster inclusiveness and diversity. That in turn builds trust in and respect for not only the judiciary and the legal profession, but ultimately for the importance of the rule of law. Now, let me offer some brief professional and personal advice. As a lawyer, you'll often need to make difficult ethical decisions. You must use the tools you've developed to think critically and not compromise on your fundamental duties to the court and to the administration of justice. At various points of your career, you will make mistakes, some minor, some more serious. We all make mistakes from time to time, if we're honest with ourselves. When you do make a mistake, your commitment to honesty, integrity, and the administration of justice means that you must take responsibility, correct what you can, and learn from those errors. One mistake I advise young lawyers not to make, or try not to make, is to fall into the trap of giving your clients the advice you think that they want to hear. I can tell you now that that will not be good advice, and they will not welcome it in the long run when the true picture emerges. As a lawyer, you must be dispassionate and frank in your advice as to your clients' rights and obligations, even if that advice is not the advice they would like to hear. Aspects of the law, especially if you're involved in the litigation side of practice, can be confrontational. But the practice of the law is stressful and demanding enough without personal animus and antagonism between practitioners adding to the load, as regrettably it sometimes does. So I would advise you and say that it's essential that you seek to maintain your detachment, balance, and good humour when dealing with your colleagues, including those with whom you negotiate or against whom you litigate, remembering at all times that you are now members of a profession and not a business. There is a fundamental and important distinction between the two, which you must never lose sight of. Another thing you should remember is that the best advocates can and do make their point simply and succinctly. Often, less is more. Some of the most experienced lawyers and judges could heed that reminder from time to time, and I don't wholly exclude myself from that observation. But the reality is that for a non-lawyer, the law is often incomprehensible, and our ever-expanding statute books are often both complex, lengthy, and prolix. one of your roles as a lawyer will be to make the law accessible to others by explaining it. So strive to be clear and concise at all times in both your writing and your oral advice. To do so facilitates access to justice, which is such an important goal in a functioning democracy. In the practice of the law, your physical and mental health are both also extremely important. There may, and I dare say will be, times when you feel overwhelmed, burnt out, or distressed. Legal practice can be all-consuming and physically and mentally taxing. So you must work hard to keep your balance and keep your eye out to ensure that your colleagues do so as well. If you do get overwhelmed by it all, as frankly we all have, and I dare say still do from time to time, try to take a step back and recapture some perspective. Also remember that the law is a highly collegiate profession, and in this context I'm now going to call on a representative of the New South Wales Bar Association and a representative of the Law Society of New South Wales to offer a few words of welcome and congratulations. Mr. Chan, do you move?
May it please the court. My name is Eugene Chan, and I've been practicing for about 4 years at the bar, predominantly in tax and commercial litigation. On behalf of the New South Wales Bar Association, I welcome you all to the legal profession. The legal profession is an old profession based on precedent and the rule of law, while also being a profession that grows and develops to adapt to new practices and technology, and more importantly, to society's values as they change over time. For several decades now, the composition of lawyers and barristers in New South Wales has changed to better reflect the community. The bar today is a welcoming place for people of all genders and backgrounds. I'm proud to be a part of the legal profession, and I hope you are now too. I enjoy the intellectual challenges of my job. Every day at the bar is different, requires you to exercise different skills, whether that be in legal research, drafting, written or oral persuasion, negotiation, problem solving, and even stakeholder management. At the same time, I'm continuously learning every day. I consider it a great privilege to be able to apply my skills to help individuals, companies, or government bodies resolve their legal issues. I've also been invited today to share my pathway of coming to the bar. Throughout my time at school, and even during my first year at university, I had my sights on medicine. Law, or the study of law, was foreign to me and my family. No one else in my extended family or my immediate family who had moved here at a young age from Hong Kong and Malaysia for study was a lawyer. However, from dreading the first few foundation of law classes, I began and started to enjoy and became immersed in a study of law. And by the end of the first year, I had abandoned my sights on medicine to pursue a legal career. First as a solicitor, then as a judge's associate, and now as a barrister. And the career path has been intellectually stimulating and rewarding. If you're interested in coming to the bar, you can contact the New South Wales Bar Association, have a look on its website. And each year there is a Career at the Bar open day. In your first year of practice as a reader, you receive particular assistance from 2 barristers of at least 7 years seniority who meet with you weekly, review your work, and teach you practical skills. But the support you receive is not limited to just those 2 barristers. The bar is renowned for its collegiality, especially in chambers. There are also opportunities to become involved in the work of the New South Wales Bar Association, which is a professional body that supports barristers. And it has a range of communities, including one, a new barristers committee, of which I was formerly a member, and which organises social and educational functions for 0 to 5 year barristers. And 2, a diversity and equality committee, of which I'm currently a member, and which promotes one of the key strategic goals of the New South Wales Bar Association, and that's to attract the best people to become barristers, regardless of their race, religion, gender, parental status, or sexual orientation. Whether as a lawyer or a barrister, I encourage you to get involved in the Law Society or Bar Association and to use your skills to assist your community. is a rewarding experience to practice in connection with others in your profession. Once again, on behalf of the New South Wales Bar Association, I welcome you all to the legal profession and I congratulate you on your mission today to this honourable court. May it please the court.
Thank you, Mr. Chan. Ms. Belakis, do you move?
May it please the court. My name is Elle Belakis, and not so long ago, I stood where you are standing today. And what a day it is. You are here being admitted to the Supreme Court role as the final step at the end of a long and arduous journey. You should all be immensely proud of what you have achieved thus far. When I first started my career as a solicitor, I had no real idea of what to expect. It was not always easy. Sometimes it was overwhelming. However, today I stand here having been practicing as a solicitor for the last 3 years. I specialise in corporate, commercial and civil litigation, and I've also been doing pro bono work. Over the last 8 years, I have also gained experience in the legal industry working in small firms and large firms, as well as in-house with the General Counsel at one of the world's largest charities. So I can say that from these experiences, I have learnt a thing or two. One of the most important things that I have learnt is the importance of belonging to a profession. The legal profession is an increasingly large and diverse community, and it is a community to which you now belong. The Law Society of New South Wales is the home of that community, with our 43,000 members flung far and wide across the state. We are bound by our shared duties, our commitment to continuous learning, our desire to connect, as well as our drive to give back to our communities and to uphold the rule of law. As an early career lawyer, being part of a strong network of peers is crucial, and that is why I have been involved in the Law Society of New South Wales and New South Wales Young Lawyers for the last 3 years. It is here where I have found inspiration, friendship, guidance and support during times where I've needed it the most, as well as opportunities to join committees and to advocate. By becoming part of the Law Society of New South Wales, as well as New South Wales Young Lawyers, you are providing yourself access with opportunities to obtain professional development opportunities, volunteering opportunities, access to professional support, mentoring, a wide range of publications, events and conferences, and so much more. We encourage you to look us up on our Law Society website in order to keep up to date with upcoming events, including our flagship Welcome to the Profession event, where you will have the opportunity to celebrate this significant achievement with your peers and other members of the profession, as well as get to know and learn a little bit more about your next steps as you embark on your journey as a solicitor. The role of the Law Society of New South Wales is to ensure that you, as a newly minted solicitor, are able to thrive, flourish and succeed in your new profession. So again, congratulations to all. Look us up or speak with your employer. We look forward to welcoming you to the Law Society community, as the court pleases.
Thank you. Well, can I say this to you all in closing? The law is a wonderful profession. It's stimulating, challenging and satisfying, and it's populated by intelligent, committed and dynamic people such as yourselves. You should be proud to be a lawyer, proud of your achievements to date, and proud of the profession you have just joined. It is a very important profession that underpins in so many ways stability and cohesion in our community. And you are now a very important part of that very important profession. So work hard, take pride in your work, look out for your colleagues, contribute to your community, and don't take yourself too seriously. We wish you all the very best of luck on the exciting journey that lies ahead and a full and rewarding career. On behalf of Justice Stern, Justice Hamill, and indeed all our colleagues on the Supreme Court of New South Wales, I once again congratulate you on your admission and welcome you to the legal profession. The court will now adjourn.
All stand. This honourable court is now adjourned.